because not only was it fast-paced, it was the hardest job out there. You hung out with pilots, you flew with pilots, even though you're teaching them mission planning, recce's, all.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're at. Welcome to the Vast Podcast. We have a great guest today. This is Mike G with ex-veteran, retired Navy pilot, motivational speaker, organization, national security, homeland defense consulting company, and also he has the Infinity Aero Club. Welcome, Mr. Foster. How you doing?
Hey, thank you. I'm doing well, Mike. Thank you for inviting me on to the podcast. It's an honor to be here, and I appreciate you so much.
No, thank you. Thank you for your service as well. And let's thank James, for introducing us. I give credit where credit's due.
Absolutely.
Pleasure meeting you. So tell us a little more about yourself. You were a pilot in the Navy for a few years, or,
No, actually, I went to the Navy as an enlisted guy. And I did about 10 years, got a commission, and was honored with a commission scholarship from enlisted to officer. And then I got a slot to pilot school. I went to pilot school, and it didn't work out. It really didn't work out. But let me just say this. When things isn't for you, things work out another way. And it was the best event that happened in my life that set me up for what I'm doing now. And let me share with you, when I failed out of flight school, Navy flight school, I went to a revival, and I was blue. I was upset. I was crying the blues. And, it was really hard. I worked hard, spent a whole year there, and God found me. I gave my life to Christ. And that was 2002, May of 2002. And my life changed. Men of God mentored me. And the Holy Spirit came into me. And from then on, I tell you, I've grown tremendously. I no longer see the world in a secular manner. I started serving people. I started loving people. And the most important thing is I started shining his light. And so fast forward that many years. So after flight school, I went out and I got blessed by being a naval intel officer. I went to become a naval intel officer right after that. And subsequently, right out of intel school for about a year, I got transferred to a strike fighter squadron flying F-18s. Okay. So this was the coveted job for any intel guy, because not only was it fast paced, it was the hardest job out there. You hung out with pilots, you flew with pilots, even though you're teaching them mission planning, recce's, all types of things you're doing to ensure that, how can I say, bombs fall on target and they protect themselves. And so I got a lot of hours, and it was just going around the circle there because I wanted to be a fighter pilot, and it didn't work out. Became an intel officer. That was better. And I went to a fighter squadron. So I leave it there.
Okay. And then now I know you're from New York. I'm from New York too, so that's good. Hey, we go.
That's right, Brooklyn.
Also, so you seem busy. Like I was saying in the beginning about your aero company, Infinity Aero Club. Would you like to give us some information on that and stuff like that? I got some contacts. We'll be flowing through the show. Let us know what's going on.
Yeah, Infinity Aero Club was started in 2020 May. So last month was last month, May. I'm telling you, the time went by. We're in June now. Yeah. Last month, the 20th of May, was our 5th anniversary. And since then, we've reached over 200,000 kids. We've impacted over 200,000 kids. And that's really a great accomplishment for not just me. The volunteers, over 100 volunteers that came out and supported us when we didn't have anything, day in, day out. And so our club, Infinity Aero Club, was formed because I wanted to share the price of an airplane and share it with others. And it subsequently grew into it's all about the kids. And so when it grew into it's all about the kid, God moved my heart and started sharing more of exposing kids to aviation, drones, aviation mechanic, STEM career fields, science, technology, engineering, math, and entrepreneurship. So I started exposing kids to that, and it just grew. We went on tour, it grew. We impacted lots of people, and they wanted to know more. And so in the 5th year, we're growing, and right now we've put together a 5-year roadmap to go around the world. And we're going to start here locally in Florida in the fall. And then next year, we're going to go to Alabama and across the nation. And then subsequently, hopefully, we'll transition over to the Caribbean next year, 1 or 2 trips. And then each year, we're going to do this tour from fall all the way out around to winter, spring, into the summer, and then pause, fundraise, and do it again. It's our goal to reach 1 million kids in underserved communities and impact them, at-risk, underserved communities around the nation and in the Caribbean, Latin America. So that's the goal by 2030. So that's the 5-year roadmap. Okay. And 1%, let me share with you the 1%, the 1 million is 1% of 100 million. So we're going to have to expose over 100 million kids and people in underserved communities to get at the impact of 1 million. So it's a tall order, and we're gearing up for that. Thank you.
Oh, very nice, very nice. So does this do you have experience to enter the club, or no experience at all, and do they get credit hours? How does this work? Because I have another feature I'm going to show. It's great 3D. You guys got a great equipment. What's going on with the community? It's pretty nice.
Yeah, you don't need any experience to get into the club, depending on what you want your kids to do. Our main mission is to expose kids, the largest number, and we do that by simulators, VR, drone simulators, drones. We have kit building. We're teaching kids how to build a real aircraft from scratch. We just launched that program here this month, and our first kickoff to the summer camp was this week. And we saw between Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we saw 212 kids at Tampa Bay Housing Authority and St. Petersburg Preservation Society came out, and the kids learned a little bit about flying in a sim, flying drones, and kit building on an aircraft. And oh, by the way, we have a museum here. So we have a museum on the top floor, and it's not really a museum, I call it that, but it's a collection, a tribute collection to the Tuskegee Airmen, to some of the aviation pioneers like Charles Lindbergh and Donald Hall, and Bessie Coleman, and the list goes on. Anyone that I fell in love with, that has inspired me, I put them in this tribute collection that can be looked at as a museum, and I share it with people. I share about the Black Wall Street. I share about Tuskegee Airmen. I share about the Harlem Hellfighters, and go from there. So it's a whole learning environment. Like I have a proposal out to a nonprofit that they're going to come 50 kids a day over the week, 250 kids. We're going to walk them through history. We're going to walk them through sim. We're going to walk them through drone flight simulators and drone skills. And then we're going to teach them riveting, basic riveting of aluminum, so they'll understand the process of how aviation engineers build airplanes. And then if they want to they can go fly. And so there's nowhere else you're going to be able to find a program that lives on a guy that lives on the air park. There's a runway out back. There are planes out back. You can go flying, come back in the hangar, go fly a sim, go up to a museum, and get your mind blown with history and aviation STEM.
Oh, that's good, because so you're kind of bringing in the young age. Is there older as well, like teenagers, 20-year-olds, 30? So is it a whole team, I should call it? And also, I have a question on top of that: is age, and also, is it hard to talk these kids into this?
I pick aviation first because truly, it's cool. Everyone, I grew up in Jamaica, looking at planes, wanting to fly, live a dream. So airplane constitute to me living a dream, taking off. And so coming to America at 11 years old, I kept my eyes on planes, and that led me to the military. And I kept my eyes on planes, and it led to me flight school. And then it led me through 28 years of naval service, and gave me the money and the talent to do what I'm doing now to serve the community and give back. So back to your question, what age group? There's no set age requirement. As long as the parents are okay with the children. We had maybe 10 little kids here. When I say little, from 2-year-old running around to about 9, 10 years old, learning how to fly drones. And I didn't take any video of it. I should have, but they were here today with their parents, and we have adults that come here and get drone lessons. We have drone classes. We're starting one off on June 16th to the 27th. It's a 10-day Part 107 drone license boot camp, and we're going to kick off that here this month. It's going to be intense. It's going to be every day, 6 to 7 hours a day for 10 straight days. So adults are welcome. We have teenagers from 13 on up in flight sim and ground school for private pilot. And that's where they get to fly the sim, learn the maneuvers there. And we have ground instructors teaching them how to get their private pilot license through getting their ground school private pilot written, knocked out the way, then over to the sim, and then over to flying. So it's for everyone.
It's no, it seems like it. It's interesting because if you start young, by 20 something, you could be doing private pilots or something like that. If that really what you want to do, you know. So do you guys teach helicopters or just aero? Because I saw you come out of that a helicopter there in the last clip.
Yeah, we have once you're a helicopter pilot, you know how to fly a plane, fixed wing. Okay. No, we don't have a helicopter. We have military veterans that are volunteers here, so they love to bring their helicopters. They love to partner with us. In December, we had a flyby of a helicopter, and he landed. Coast Guard. We had our key benefactor, Victor Young, came out and flew his helicopter, and he flew veterans in his helicopter. It was pretty cool. We had the sheriff department flew their helicopters and came here in December. So we had about 160 people here giving rides to kids in Boys and Girls Club Aviation Merit Badge Day. And it was a lot of fun. We had 40 flights. We had 69 young people getting their aviation merit badge via 10 stations. So those types of events we host once a year. And so back to your question, who is it for? It's for people who want to see, if they don't know what they don't know about what they want to do in life, like I did, come on out, experience flying, experience drone, experience aviation maintenance, experience entrepreneurship, experience some people that can talk about cybersecurity, doing coding. We're doing all kinds of different things. Why? Because we have mentors that can mentor people in the right direction. And I believe it's needed in today's world.
No, that's correct. I think so too. I think we need to get a little more, I just say behind the 8 ball on things in this new generation, because, we're getting older. I'm in my 40s or so, it's just we need to push it on. And this is a great program, especially you guys got like different planes, right? So they can learn the models and the other engines and stuff like that. You say you had a museum, so are these other planes sitting outside?
Well, right now we're working on our Cessna 172. It's coming online. It should have come online over a month ago, but we were going to start it up this past week, and then one of the instrument wouldn't power up. And so we have to get a tech out, and he probably won't be out till tomorrow or this week, and then we'll have it running. We have one other airplane that's down. The 2 airplanes we've had over the last 2 years, they were on lease, so we returned them. And we're working on acquiesce in a new aircraft. But this 172 is going to be the primary vehicle. It's a 4-seater. And once a month, we work to fly 10 to 15 kids for free, the second Saturday of every month. And right now, our plane is still coming online. We get our volunteer instructors to come and bring their plane, and then they fly the kids for us once a month.
Okay.
And so we have about anywhere from 30 to 40 volunteer instructors who fly for us free. And those are some of the things that a lot of the volunteers donate back to the club to be a community service give back organization.
Oh, that's good. Okay. All right. Well, man, you guys got a lot of toys out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's people have these toys and assets, and they want to be a blessing to others, and we welcome that. What else? One of the things we don't have a budget, so a lot of the things we do is by need, but there's certain things that we do every month or every weekend. We open up the club so kids and parents can be oriented to some of the options that we offer through the courses, to some of the free sim demonstration that they can have. And we always try to have an instructor here every Saturday, so someone like today can be exposed to aviation and STEM. It's not just aviation, it's entrepreneurship, financial literacy. We don't do it all. It's just that we just want to be a gateway where people can come here and get the truth, and also the lower the cost to entry into aviation, because it's expensive. It's very, very expensive. And as a poor kid growing up, I couldn't afford it. I just couldn't.
Yeah. No, I feel you, man. At least you're real about it. Are they able to put their license with you guys?
Yes. Everything we do, every program that we have, we follow the FAA license requirement. And so for the drone license, Part 107, we have the Part 107 instructors. We have private pilot license certified flight instructors. They're here. And we have EMP instructors as well. Also, we're looking at getting some business instructors to come on board to teach entrepreneurship. And that's one of the things we're working with right now.
Okay. So what is one of the barriers that you see through this? Because it's great for people like me and you. I think it's interesting, and other kids that are in this. But what is the barriers? Like, do you find it where getting sponsorship or talking people or young people into joining the club and, seeing something different?
Let me just be frank with you. One of the barriers is knowledge. And I've been struggling to educate all kids, especially poor kids, and even more so kids that look like me and you and young girls. I do target the Black and brown population because a lot of the kids are brilliant and they're smart. They're into sports, but they don't think they can do this. I have more white kids in my program than anything else. And the majority of the airline jobs in aviation are 94% white, 3% Black, and other, and very, very maybe under 1% ladies. So my goal is to educate all those kids who are doing sports. Come on out, try some of this as well, because all of these career fields are 6-figure salaries. Even the lowest maintenance or drone pilot or aviation mechanic, you can make 6 figures inside of 5 years with all these degrees. And with pilot, in 10 years, you can easily make 400,000, $500,000. I mean, it just depends on what you want to do. What's your work-life balance, whether it's in the corporate America or airlines or owning a business in aviation, flying charter or whatever have you.
Okay. You ever lose a drone? I mean, I was just thinking about that.
We have crashed a drone. I've crashed a drone many times.
Because I know that, some people don't know, I've flown a drone here and there, and it's kind of, it's a little, you got to get used to the light stick, as we should call it, So I was just imagining, I was like, okay, this kid flying a drone.
Yeah, this week we had like 2-3 crashes. We had some mishaps. With the Tampa Bay Housing Authority, we've partnered with the Omega Psi fraternity. We've partnered with Tampa Bay Housing, and for the second time in a row, second annual time, we have partnered together to bring hundreds of kids together to experience drones. So last year, we bought them drones, the kids' drones, and this year we bought another 60 drones so kids can fly and experience drones. And this was 8 to 9 year olds and wow. Above that. So that was just this Monday and Tuesday of this week.
Wow. Do professionals go train with you guys? Like, do pilots come train and stuff like that? Because I know it's a club, but it's also, I'm pretty sure you have other people come in that wants to practice or get some credit hours and so forth. Is that open to the public as well for other people?
Absolutely. They come all the time. They come, it's a membership fee. Everyone at the Aero Club has to be a member if they're going to participate in renting an airplane or rent a simulator and drone. But when you come here for the first time, you don't have to be a member. You can keep coming back to keep some of the kids come back for over a year before they join. And they join in some of the programs. On my website, we have our STEM career course offerings, and we have from drones to boot camps to private pilot to aviation maintenance tech. And we even have a light sport repairman course that we partnered with another vendor that you can get your light sport repairman license in 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Hear that? And make money. 2 weeks. I have one. I have a light sport repairman mechanic license. And I went to a 2-week program, and I've signed airplanes off, and you can make money in under 30 days.
Man, very nice. Very nice. Well, man, it's nice meeting you. Before we leave off, what would you tell the young people out there of aviation and what to do? Like what to do with their lives? What's going on? Because you're really focused. You're really into this. You are in the mix. What is your goal? Your end goal? To for the kids at the end of the day for you.
My end goal is to expose them all. I think every child should have a chance to fly, because when you fly, you essentially leave the earth, the bounds of Mother Earth, and live your dreams to fly. You experience another element in the sky. And I attach that with living your dreams. So my goal is to help kids, adults fulfill their dreams. There's some kids my age, I spent 28 years in the Navy. And I wanted the dreams to fulfill and finish my private pilot license. And I'm going to get that one day. But I am not selfish. I am thinking about others before myself. So I am focused on the kids. I'm focused on them to get solo, to get their private pilot license, to understand that this is a fun occupation, and it pays really well for just having fun. So come out and try it and see what happens. And it's not just aviation, it's STEM career fields. I'm in the Intel field. So cybersecurity is a great career field for young people. Not a lot of people that look like me are getting into AI, tech. I want to point our kids into tech, into cybersecurity and IT career. You're an IT person. I want to mentor them on IT and finances. I'm telling you, it'll be a game changer. So kids, I'm writing a book. I'm working on 3 books. So that will be published, and it will be a way to mentor most kids who don't know what they don't know, that they all have the ability to do any one of these careers.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on, Ricardo Foster. Sorry about it. Ricardo Foster. Check out the website. We're going to put it up one more time. Here we go. Become a member. Get a license. Go out. Go droning. Let's go. All right.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. We'll meet you next time. Keep it going, guys.